Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Teemi Pheels. I talk about lifestyle, education, and travels. So if this is your first time coming onto my channel, you are at the right place. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also turn on your notification button so you can know when next I drop a video. And to my existing subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate this support. I am not taking it for granted at all. Thank you guys. Keep sharing with your loved ones as well. Also turn on your notification so you can know when I drop a video. Okay, guys. So today, what are we talking about? I would like to really, go into details about the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. We all know that lately so many, update has been going on in Canada, and one of which is, like getting a job, like working and stuff like that. So, the Rural and Northern Immigration Program is one that I'm not sure so many people are really aware of, or maybe they're aware and they're not really taking advantage of that. So I'm talking about that, who can apply, how you can apply, how you can get a job offer, how you can get a community recommendation, and then eventually get a PR. So these are many more is what we'll be looking into in details together today. So guys, without wasting any much of our time, let's just dive into it as soon as possible. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back, guys. What is Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot? It's designed to spread the benefit of economic immigration to smaller communities by creating a pathway to permanent residence for skilled foreign workers. How awesome is that? Well, what processes are involved? We just have 4 processes. Just make sure that you have meet the eligibility requirements, meet the community-specific requirement as well. Find an eligible job, submit an application for recommendation, and apply for permanent residence. That is all, like literally all. So let's just go into detail as fast as we can. So who can apply? For you to be able to apply here, you must have a qualifying work experience. You must have, or you must have graduated in a public school in any of the communities. And need I tell you guys that we have 11 communities participating in this program, 11 of them, like in various, provinces, 11. So that's a very good one in a wide region for many people to actually check to see if their application is there so they can get a job, right? So have a qualifying work experience, and or you must have graduated maybe as an international student, you went to school there. Good for you. Make sure you meet or exceed the language requirement. So let's quickly look at the language requirement. We all know that for the NOC O is managerial, right? And then for the NOC A is the highly skilled professions, like HR professionals, right? And then O is like managerial roles, right? And then we have the NOC B, which is at the trade, semi-skilled, like a trade occupations, right? And so for and then for the NOC C and D, that's about like general labels, thereabouts, stuff like that, call center representatives and stuff like that. So, but look at it now. They said for a language requirement for NOC O and A, you must have at least a CLB 6, which is reasonable and easily achievable. And then for NOC B, they say you should have a CLB 5, and NOC C and D, you must have at least a CLB 4. And then if you are francophone, then you should have the NCLC in the same capacity as well. And then for education requirement, you must have your West report, meaning that the World Education Services in Canada here must have certified that your degree back home or your diploma or your certificate back home is equivalent to that of the school system here. Okay, it's going to tell you exactly what it is equivalent to. So, but your ECA report must not be more than 5 years, guys. Take note, when you are applying, it must not be more than 5 years. Before I forget, the IELTS, of course, it must not, is only valid for 2 years. So make sure that everything is in check. Your IELTS, general module, of course, not academic, and then your ECA report is ready, okay? And then you must have a settlement form. One thing I like about this is that settlement form is not as huge as the normal economic program under the express entry. Let's look at it quickly, okay? So we'll look at the settlement fund here. For a single applicant, it's about 9,000. Under the normal economic program, under the express entry, is about 13,000. And look at it, for a family of two, like a husband and wife, it's about 11,000. Family of three, husband, wife, and a child, they're about 14,000, down. Now, if you're a family of 9, for instance, when I say family of 9, maybe you're a husband and wife, and the kids, about seven kids, right? So now this is, you show 24,000, and then for each additional spouse, for each additional child, you are going to be showing, or dependents, I don't know, it depends, you're going to be showing 2,469 each for that. Dependents, okay, which is not too bad or big of a deal. So when also when you're done with that, you have to also show your settlement funds. The only exception here is if you're already working legally in Canada. Look at it. It said unless you're already working legally in Canada, when you apply for this, you must prove you have enough fund money to support yourself and your family members so before you can get settled in that community, right? But if you do not have, you have to show that, okay? So now after you've shown that, then you must show that you are willing to, reside in that community. It's very important to, you must have a very convincing, settlement plan, to state that, okay, you are actually in. And before you do that, you must have researched each of those 11 communities and see which one it would fit your profile, your lifestyle, stuff like that. So when you do that, you've come to terms that, okay, this is the community I want, then you are going to now apply. Now, before you apply, do you try and get a job in that community? Once you're able to get a job in that community, what else? You don't really need any other problem now. Just look at it now. These are the 11 communities that you will be applying to. 11 communities. So let's just quickly take a look at this. The first one here. Look at the first one. So so that's North Bay areas under, so let's come under the employment here. So some will carry careers, but this is saying employment, it's the same thing. Just look at what they have here. What you can do is to type whatever it is. Let me just put personal support worker here. Let's see if they have it. Support worker. Make sure you know your NOC code, or your job title or whatever. See, they have one here. Wow, that's nice. So what you can do is open it up and look at the criteria, then adjust your resume to whatever it is that it is here. I'm not just saying adjust it. Make sure you have the skill required, and then suit it to what. Don't do it word for word, because that's like copy. That's plagiarism, right? So just make sure that it tallies with whatever it is you're doing back home, and then see, and then just apply for the job. Now, once you apply for that job, of course, before you apply for this job, you must have known that it's something you can do. Once you apply for that job and you get the offer, please make sure that this job in particular that you're applying for, the wage that they're going to be paying you tallies with the let's see, make sure that the wage that's going to be in your contract, read your contract very well, terms and conditions. Make sure that the wage that they're going to be giving you tallies with whatever it is that is with job bank. Okay, so come here, look, type, this is personal support. Good. So just type your occupation there and look at the minimum wage for that community that you are going to. Okay, so once you're able to get that, this is minimum section, this is median, this is maximum. So make sure it falls within that. Don't let it go beyond that minimum. If not, it will be rejected. Your application will be rejected. Now, if you have done that, that's a good one. Also, I also want you to make sure that you look at your contract and make sure that you meet the full job requirements. Cool. So it must be full time. It can't be seasonal. Okay, full time. So that means you are being paid at least 30 hours per week, okay? And then it has to be permanent. There's with no end date. They're not going to say, okay, this contract is going to finish in 1 year. No, not that. Like I said, make sure that it meets the minimum, which is very, very important, okay? And know your code very well, though. Know your code. You said your skill level, your job offer must be the same, at the same level, especially if you're on NOC OAB. It must be the same level, OAB, okay, and C, or one level below or one level above. But the only exception will be for NOC code D. That NOC code D, it cannot be one level below at all. Make sure it's the same occupation that they are offering you. Okay, you're being offered, so said if you're experiencing NOC skill level D, then the job you are being offered must be in the same occupation. Do you understand? So now that we've gotten to that, basically what we just need now is that you already have your job offer. So what you just do now is now to apply to the community itself. So once you apply to that community, what do you need? The general requirements are proof that you've met all the requirements, which you've already done. You have your WES, you have your ILED, you have your settlement fund, you have your job offer. So just apply, and if the community recommends you, pray, of course. If you have everything, I think the community will actually recommend you, so, just submit your application for permanent residence, and that's about it. So please go through all these. There are about 11 of them. Go through their websites are here. I'm going to put the link in the description box below, so you can go through it and see if your occupation falls in that. What I like about this is that it's not very picky about, okay, this occupation is this of no, it's from NOC O, A, B, C, and D. And guys, don't forget that we are moving from that old NOC based whatever to the new tiers now, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stuff like that. So guys, that's about it for the rural and northern immigration pilot program. I hope I was able to address that very well to the best of my ability, and I hope you guys were able to learn one thing or two. But if you did, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. It's bye for me for now. See you guys next time. Bye.